What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I wanted to take some time, ask you guys some questions, do another poll, and I want to know if you guys want to watch Gennady Golovkin's next fight. He hasn't been released who he's fighting. They said they want another fight for him this year. I personally would watch it. However, ESPN Sports Nation, they did a survey immediately after the Matthew Macklin fight, and the results were pretty shocking. Out of almost 13,000 people who voted, 22% said yes, they would tune into Golovkin's next fight, and 78% said that they wouldn't, that they had no plans of watching Gennady Golovkin fight. Now, I want to spend some time and talk about the boxing world as a business in this video. So if that bores you, fuck you. Yeah, you can just turn the video off. So, boxing is a business, and I think that's something that a lot of people fail to realize. Everything really revolves around the almighty dollar. Some of the fights that are getting made, some of the fights that don't get made, there's a lot of times it's because of the politics involved, the negotiations, how much money is going to generate that fighter's fan base. That's really the status of boxing right now. And a lot of people don't realize to become a star in the States, especially for a foreigner, somebody who is not from the United States, it takes a level of media help and media push to become that star. Like Manny Pacquiao, he wasn't this overnight sensation and he just became a superstar. This was years of the media perpetuating and saying Pacquiao is possibly one of the greatest. They were getting experts like Sugar Ray Leonard and previous boxers saying who wins Pacquiao versus Mayweather. People like Ray Leonard, I think, said Pacquiao would win. There was a lot of hype, and Pacquiao in his prime had a lot of momentum. HBO, one of the stations that's really biased when it comes to boxing, just their commentary, the things they would say, the things that they would point out in a fight, things that they wanted you to notice, they always talk about realistically Pacquiao's upside. And he's a good fighter. He does have a lot of upsides, or him in his prime. He has a chin, he has hand speed, he has power in both hands, and he has good footwork. And that's really all they pump up. Who he's beating, how he's beating them. Little do they know, they don't really expand on the full spectrum, if you will. Like, was he beating guys at their best? Was he beating Shane Mosley that already lost to Mayweather? And was he beating Mosley that had a draw with Sergio Mora and didn't look good? So basically, almost two losses in a row. Was he fighting Cotto after the Margarito loss and at a catchweight? Was he fighting Margarito after Mosley ran through him and destroyed him? You got to put these things in perspective. But anyway, this is not about Pacquiao. The point being is the media machine made Pacquiao. And the fans really found someone to, I don't know, to sink their teeth in, I guess. And Pacquiao became this larger than life superstar to the point where when he gets knocked out in the Marquez 4 fight, everybody's shocked. If you're a diehard boxing fan, it shouldn't be as shocking. Now, don't get me wrong, based on the way the first three fights went and Marquez never even knocked him down, I was surprised that he knocked him out halfway through the fight in the manner in which he did. However, when I lay all the cards on the table, when I rewatch the fight, it's really not hard to figure out how it happened. It wasn't like a freak accident. I went back and watched the first Pacquiao fight with Marquez on demand, and it's pretty much the same thing. In the first round, he dropped Marquez three times, and Marquez got his shit in gear, and then he was fighting back. And he seemed to get better and stronger throughout the fight, and he was constantly landing the right. There was some maybe round 7 through 9 where he was landing some vicious rights on Pacquiao. So fast forward to the future, Marquez 4, what happened? he pretty much did that in all the fights to a degree. He just didn't knock him out from the shots. Um, Back to Gennady Golovkin. I think he's an exciting fighter. With the HBO Showtime split, I think HBO is really going to invest some money, some time into Gennady Golovkin. They've already done the Gennady Golovkin 2-day special, the same treatment that they gave Adrian Broner and Brandon Rios. However, Brandon Rios is still with HBO and still with Top Rank, so that relationship is intact. But Adrian Broner, they spent all this money promoting him, and he's no longer affiliated with HBO because HBO doesn't have a working relationship currently with Golden Boy, and they took their business over to Showtime. So now, if you watch HBO, when they mention Broner, it's usually in disregard, like, oh, the Broner Paulie Malignaggi trash talking, it was childish, it got out of hand. People just want to see the fight. I mean, it's never anything favorable. Like, oh, he went up 2 weight classes and he took on a veteran and he beat him. It's always going to be the glass is half full because that's no longer their fighter. Now, I think they're going to put a lot of money into Gennady Golovkin, which is why this Sports Nation voting, it was pretty shocking. I didn't think 78%, but that just goes to show you boxing is a business. Gennady Golovkin hasn't really been tested too much. Matthew Macklin was a solid test, and he definitely passed that with flying colors. But to build Gennady Golovkin, especially someone who doesn't really speak English, it's going to take time, and it's going to be more of a continual basis. Basically, it's going to be consistency, which propels Gennady Golovkin to the next level, plus the media. So I just want to know what you guys think. Would you watch Gennady Golovkin's next fight? I definitely will, just because I like all styles of boxers, and he definitely has an exciting style, and I'm interested to see how he does against some of the other people at 160. Let me know what you guys think of boxing politics and also boxing as a business and Gennady Golovkin. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.